The Samnites were an ancient Italic people who lived in Samnium in south-central Italy. They became involved in several wars with the Roman Republic until the 1st century BC. An Oscan-speaking people, the Samnites probably originated as an offshoot of the Sabines. The Samnites formed a confederation, consisting of 4 tribes: the Hirpini, Caudini, Caraceni, and Pentri. They allied with Rome against the Gauls in 354 BC, but later became enemies of the Romans and were soon involved in a series of 3 wars against the Romans. Despite an overwhelming victory over the Romans at the Battle of the Caudine Forks, the Samnites were eventually subjugated. Although severely weakened, the Samnites later helped Pyrrhus and Hannibal in the wars against Rome. They also fought from 90 BC in the Social War and later in the Civil War as allies of Gnaeus Papirius Carbo against Lucius Cornelius Sulla, who defeated them under leader Pontius Telesinus at the Battle of the Colline Gate. By 82 BC, the Roman dictator Lucius Cornelius Sulla conducted an ethnic cleansing campaign against the Sabines, after which they disappeared from history. Etymology: the population of Samnium were called Samnites by the Romans. Their own endonyms were Safinim for the country and Safinis for the people. Etymologically, the name Samnium is generally recognized to be a form of the name of the Sabines, who were Umbrians. From Safinim, Sabinus, Sabilis and Samnis, an Indo-European root can be extracted, *sabh, which becomes Sabin Latino Faliscan and Safin Osco-Umbrian, Sabini and *Safinis. The eponymous god of the Sabines, Sabis, seems to support this view. The Greek terms Saunita and Saunitis remain outside the group. Nothing is known of their origin. At some point in prehistory, a population speaking a common language extended over both Samnium and Umbria. Samin conjectures that it was Common Italic and puts forward a date of 600 BC, after which the common language began to dialectize. This date does not necessarily correspond to any historical or archaeological evidence, developing a synthetic view of the ethnology of proto-historic Italy is an incomplete and ongoing task. Linguist Julius Pocorni carries the etymology somewhat further back, conjecturing that the year was altered from an O during some prehistoric residence in Illyria. He derived the names from an O-grade extension *SWOBHO of an extended E-grade *SWEBHO of the possessive adjective *SWE, of the reflexive pronoun *she, oneself. The result is a set of Indo-European tribal names: Germanic Suebi and Semnons, Sueons, Celtic Semwans, Slavic Serbs and Sorbs, Italic Sabelli, Sabini, etc., as well as a large number of kinship terms. History: the earliest written record of the people is a treaty with the Romans from 354 BC, which set the border at the Liris River. Shortly thereafter, the Samnite Wars broke out. They won an important battle against the Roman army in 321 BC, and their imperium reached its peak in 316 BC, after further gains from the Romans. By 290 BC, the Romans were able to break the Samnites' power after some hard-fought battles. The Samnites were one of the Italian peoples that allied with King Pyrrhus of Epirus during the Pyrrhic War. After Pyrrhus left for Sicily, the Romans invaded Samnium and were crushed at the Battle of the Cranita Hills, but after the defeat of Pyrrhus, the Samnites could not resist on their own and submitted to Rome. They joined and aided Hannibal during the Second Punic War. The Samnites were the last tribal group holding out against Rome in the Social War. By 82 BC, the Roman dictator Lucius Cornelius Sulla conducted an ethnic cleansing campaign against the most stubborn and persistent of Rome's adversaries, and forced the remnant to disperse. So great was the destruction brought upon them that it was recorded that the towns of Samnium have become villages, and most have vanished altogether. List of tribes: Caraceni, Caudini, Frentani, Hirpini, Pentri. Prominent Samnites. Leaders of the Samnites: Gaius Pontius, California. 320s BC. Gellius Ignatius, California. 296 BC. Uprising against Sulla. Gaius Papius Mutilis 90–89 with Pontius Telesinus, Samnite commander to Papius. Roman citizens: Pontius Pilate, the fifth prefect of the Roman province of Judea from AD 26 to 36.